Hello everyone, this is Sagrika from Campus Technology, a portfolio company of Times Internet. So, as you can see on your screen, today we'll be talking about new product development, or popularly called as NPD. In this video, you'll understand the meaning of new product development, the different types of NPD, and the stages involved in creating or launching a new product in the market. So, let's begin. So, before knowing about the stages involved in creating a new product, we must first understand what we mean by the new product development. New product development is a set of design, engineering, and research processes which combine to create and launch a new product to the market. Unlike your regular product development, new product development is specifically about developing a brand new idea and seeing it through the entire product development process. In today's competitive market, the ability to offer products that meet the customer's needs and expectations has never been more important. Customer requirements and behaviors, technology, and competition are changing rapidly, and businesses can not only rely on existing products to stay ahead of the market, they need to innovate, and that means to develop and successfully launch the new products. New product development refers to the complete process of bringing a new product to the market. This can apply to developing an entirely new product, improving an existing one to keep it attractive and competitive, or introducing an old product to a new market. The emergence of new product development can now be attributed to the needs of companies to maintain a competitive advantage in the market by introducing new products or innovating existing ones. While regular product development refers to building a product that already has a proof of concept, new product development focuses on developing an entirely new idea, from idea generation to develop to launch. On your screen, you can now see the seven stages of new product development. You can see we have numbered all the stages. So the first stage is idea generation. Second, idea screening. Thirdly, concept development. Fourth, marketing strategy. Fifth, product development. Sixth, test marketing. And seventh, product launch. When it comes to new product development, each journey to a finished product is different. Although the product development process can vary from company to company, it's possible to break it down into these seven main stages. So we'll go through each of these stages one by one. Firstly, idea generation. Idea generation involves brainstorming for new product ideas or ways to improve an existing product. During product discovery, companies examine the market trends, conduct research, and dig deep into the user's wants and needs to identify a problem and propose innovative solutions. A SWOT analysis is a framework for evaluating your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. It can be a very effective tool to identify the problematic areas of your product and understand where the greatest opportunities lie. There are primarily two sources of generating ideas. Internal ideas come from the different areas within the company, such as marketing, customer support, the sales team, or the technical department. External ideas come from outside sources, such as studying your competitors and, most importantly, feedback from your target audience. Some methods used during idea generation includes conducting market research, working with product marketing and sales, to check if your product's value is being positioned correctly, collecting user feedback with interviews, focus groups, surveys, and data analytics, and running user tests to see how people are using your product and identify the gaps and room for improvement. Second, we have idea screening. In this step of new product development, we have to screen all the generated ideas and pick out only the ones with the highest chance of success. Deciding on which ideas to pursue and discard depends on many factors, which includes the expected benefits to your customers, the product improvements most needed, technical feasibility, or marketing potential. The idea screening stage is best carried out within the company. Experts from different teams can help you check aspects such as the technical requirements, resources needed, and marketability of your idea. Then comes concept development. All ideas passing the screening stage are developed into concepts. A product concept is a detailed description or blueprint of your idea. It should indicate the target market for your product, the features and benefits of your solution that may appeal to your customers, and the proposed price for the product. A concept should also contain the estimated cost of designing, developing, and launching the product. Developing alternative product concepts will help you determine how attractive each concept is to customers and select the one that would provide them with the highest value. Concept testing is a great way to validate products' ideas with users before investing time and resources into building them. Then we have marketing strategy. Now that we have successfully selected the concept, it's time to put together an initial marketing strategy to introduce the product to the market and analyze the value of your solution from a business perspective. The marketing strategy serves to guide the positioning, price, and promotion of your new product. Once the marketing strategy is planned, product management can evaluate the business attractiveness of the product idea. Fifth stage is the product development. The product development stage consists of developing product development stage consists of developing the product concept into a finished marketable product. Your product development process and the stages you will go through will depend on your company's preference for development, whether it's agile development, waterfall, or another viable alternative. Then we have test marketing, which involves releasing the finished product to a sample market to evaluate its performance under the predetermined marketing strategy. Lastly, we have product launch. At this point, you are ready to introduce your new product to the market. You have to ensure your product marketing, sales, and customer support teams are in place to guarantee a successful launch and monitor its performance. On your screen, you can now see the various types of NPDs. Firstly, we have the new to world products, which are actually the new products which are launched into the new market. Examples of these include Wi Fi, internet, antibiotics, digital camera, 3D touch display, etc. We then have new product lines, which may allow a company to enter an established market for the first time. This includes the flat TV, which was introduced into our channel, the ITC biscuits, etc. We then have additions to the existing product lines, where new products can supplement a company's established product lines. McDonald's introduced the pudina flavored or masala burgers for the Indian consumers. And lastly, cost reductions, which are similar performance at a lower cost. New products in this may be developed which offer similar performance but the price is reduced. Now, what are the benefits of NPD? Firstly, value for customers. The primary reason for any new product development is to provide value to its customers. The increasing demands of customers for innovation and new technology calls for the need to develop new or existing products. Secondly, keeping up with competition. Staying ahead of your competition should always be the primary goal of any business. And increased competition is one of the major reasons leading to go for new products development. New products give us a competitive advantage over our rivals. Every firm struggles to fulfill and retain the consumers by offering exceptional products. Thirdly, changing market dynamics. Today's market is much more dynamic as compared to the past. It keeps on changing due to the wide variety of customer needs, all thanks to increased literacy rate, globalized market, heavy competition, and the availability of a number of substitutes. Consumers are constantly evolving, which means their tastes and preferences change with time. It is the changing consumer behavior that drives innovation and development of products. Then, new technologies. Just as consumer trends drive new technologies or new products, advances in the new technology drives companies to invest in new products. If your company has not upgraded its technology arsenal for 10 years, count yourself to be at last in the queue within a few years. Lastly, reputation. Building image and reputation as a dynamic innovation and creative firm boosts a company's legacy. The new product development is approached. Company desires to convince the market that it works hard to meet their customers' expectations. In fact, company developing new products frequently has more reputation and can easily attract customers and new consumers. Some of the most common examples of NPD includes Google, Amazon, Netflix, and Zoom. These, as you know the names, offer huge range of varieties and innovations on a everyday or a regular basis just to adhere to the customer demands, expectations, and attract new consumers. I hope you all like this video about new product development, the various fields where new product development is applicable, and the benefits offered by new product development. Thank you.